What's going on, guys? Late night, looking at some stocks. Thought I'd make a video, show you a stock that I'm really liking right now. Um, I am not a financial advisor, so you don't listen to me. I'm just merely talking about a stock that I like. If you want to buy it, it's completely up to you. So if you buy it and it goes down, don't blame me. If you buy it and it goes up, well, you can thank me. I also take any tips or anything like that. Actually, just smash the like button. That would be enough for me. But let's go into the computer. I'll show you the stock and I'll show you why I'm really liking it now and why I think it's going to go up quite a bit here in the near future. All right, so I'm on the chart of the stock I was talking about, and the stock is FMCI, which stands for Forum Merger 2 Corporation, which you're probably like, what the hell is that company? And that's a great question. The company is actually a SPAC. So what a SPAC is a special purpose acquisition company, and it's sometimes called a blank check company or a shell company that has no operations but plans to go public with the intention of acquiring or merging with a company. So basically, it's a blank check company. It doesn't have anything besides a purpose to merge with a private company. So a private company, if they want to go public, usually it takes a lot of money, a lot of time to go public. But a quick way to go public is to merge with a company that's already public. So these wealthy people start these SPACs, they're called, which they're acquisition companies that their sole purpose is to go out and find a private company that they feel like is going to be a great private company and then make them public. So, and then they get a percentage of the ownership of the company, and they help the company, usually with their guidance, with their leadership, to help them excel once they become public. So there's some famous, Nikola is probably the most recent SPAC that went pretty big, that price went crazy, and now it's kind of falling back down to earth. I think it's Virgin Galactic Holdings Space stock. Yeah, I think that's the name of it. Virgin Galactic Holdings. That was a SPAC as well. If you've heard of that one. And there's many. I'm looking at quite a few right now, and there's a lot of them that I feel like have a really good potential. But the FMCI, the one I'm talking about tonight, this has a ton of potential. One of the reasons is they are merging with Itella International, which is the name of the company, but it will be known as Tattooed Chef. So if any of you are vegans or vegetarians, live on the West Coast, you may have already tried Tattooed Chef. I'm a meat eater, but I do try to eat more plant-based diet, and I think people are kind of going towards eating more plant-based diet. And one of the things that kind of opened my eyes, I was in Costco a week ago, and I saw that Tattooed Chef had 3 SKUs in Costco, and I was like, whoa, what is this company? What's going on? And kind of piqued my interest. And then, full disclosure, I am in the company. I am invested in the company. So, again, don't listen to me. I'm not trying to pump my stock up or anything like that. Merely just kind of make you guys aware, because it's kind of a confusing stock. And if you're not following stocks closely, you may hear about this one after it already goes up, as opposed to maybe getting in before. So if we look at the chart, where is it at right now? Currently, it's at $15.98 is where it closed. It had a high, it got up to $20 back on June 17th, and then it's kind of retraced a little bit. So let's take a look at this Forbes article, some of the highlights. Plant-based food company, Itella International, which offers private label and Tattooed Chef branded products. Private label, what are those? Private label, if you go into Trader Joe's, if you get their cauliflower crust pizza, it's a good chance it's this company. But it's not under the label Tattooed Chef. It's licensed out to them, and it has some other name on it, but it's this company, Itella International. So they have a private label business which generates revenue, and then they also have the Tattooed Chef branded products, which all kind of look similar to this, with it looks like they kind of have a little bit of tattoos on the box, and then they have a chef with a little hat on. We'll take a look at some of the products here in a second. But they're expected to do the merger here in the third quarter, which is coming up here shortly in 2020. And here's the founder. And she says there's a tremendous opportunity with leading regional retailers and some of the largest grocers. We are currently in 7% of Walmart stores today with our branded products and expect to be in approximately 50% by the end of the year. So mostly, like I said earlier, they're on the West Coast, 7% of Walmart. So they're expanding to 50%. The frozen aisle, so if we look at this a little bit more, Tell International also aims to further expand within the frozen aisle. She notes a $55 billion industry in the U.S. and $380 billion globally. We're looking at the $12.6 billion frozen dessert segment in the U.S., which presents a large opportunity, she said. So they manufacture their products, which allows them to create and innovate quickly and efficiently. So they don't have to deal with anyone else. They do it all through their own kitchens. Another great thing, they've not been negatively impacted by COVID. Most companies have been impacted by COVID, as you know. This company is still, hitting on all cylinders, even through this. In the long term, we believe Tattooed Chef will achieve revenue and it basically adjusted net growth above 20% as we continue investing in the brand. Let's take a look at this Whole Foods article from 2017. This is where they were giving out their awards for that year, Supplier of the Year, Best New Product. And then if you look at Excellence in Product Quality, Itella Foods, which is the parent company of Tattooed Chef, for exceptional transparency, craftsmanship, and commitment to both safety and quality. Itella exceeds performance goals in Whole Foods market stores and remains at the forefront of culinary trends with their special diets, comfort foods. So if you're winning awards from Whole Foods, you're doing some things right because this company has the highest standards. So take that into consideration. But I'm getting a little hungry, so let's take a look at the food and give you a little bit of an idea. This is the investor, what am I looking at here? This is the investor presentation that they had, which I can leave the link in the description below if you want to take a look at it and go through it with some more details, which you should. So if you're going to invest in this company, you should do your due diligence. So let's take a look. It goes through all the numbers, which are great. I talked a little bit before about how I'm trying to eat a little bit more plant-based diet, and that's not just me. If you look at the growth in retail sales, if you look at like regular milk, it's down 4% versus plant-based like almond milk is up 7%. If you look at meat, it's a 2% growth for meat, normal meat, and if you look at plant-based meat, it's a 13% growth. So there's a huge spike. You can kind of think of Beyond Meat. Beyond Meat is probably something you would use to compare to this company. If you look at Beyond Meat and just look at where they are right now as far as the share price, they're at $144, almost $145 at the time of me making this video. So use that for some reference, right? And I think this company is better than Beyond Meat. It goes through, here's some of the products. If you look at them, they have a cauliflower crust pizza, which is supposed to be amazing. I haven't had it yet, but everyone I've talked to said it's good. They have acai bowls, which they sell in Costco. My wife is Brazilian, and she said they're the best acai bowls she's had in America. So that's saying something because she's a little bit of an acai bowl snob. And if she likes them, obviously that's really good. And they're really low in sugar or no sugar. And obviously she likes that. And we're trying to stay a little bit healthy, and sugar is probably the worst thing you can eat. So we like that it doesn't have a lot of sugar. The cauliflower mac and cheese bowl is supposed to be really good too. Where you can't even really tell that it's cauliflower. So a lot of these foods are done really well, where it doesn't taste like you're eating a plant-based diet. It actually has really good flavors, which I like that this company is innovating and coming out with a lot of different products. So I'm not going to bore you by going over the numbers, but just to let you know, they're in Costco, like I mentioned. Walmart, only 7% of Walmart's, but they're expanding. They're also in Sam's Club as well, and that's expanding as well. So major retailers, they already have their foot in the door, and for them to get multiple SKUs in Costco, which it's very hard to get any one SKU in Costco, the fact that they got 3 tells you that it's a quality product and it's selling, because Costco doesn't want to take up any space with things that aren't selling. So that is the investor report. I'll leave that there. This came out yesterday. The FTC just approved the merger, granting status granted. So the merger between Fmci and Intella Corporation, which Intella, you said acquired entities here is My JoJo Incorporated, and that was a little confusing. Like, what does that mean? My JoJo is kind of like the alphabet to the Google. It's just the parent company of Intella, which Intella is the parent company of Tattooed Chef, right? A little confusing, but stay with me. Stay with me. So the merger got approved on July 7th, which was yesterday. So this news just kind of leaked today. So people are getting really amped up about this. There's been a ton of people talking about it. I think the stock price probably tomorrow, you'll see a reflection of this news coming out. And, but I'm not holding it for short term. I think this has $100 plus potential, probably coming into next year if I hold it a little bit longer. So don't be scared if you look at after this video, or you see this video late and it's up to 20 or whatever. If you want to hold it for a long time, it could have a lot of potential. But again, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm not a stock expert, so don't listen to me. Just merely giving my ideas. Just ideas. Don't try to sue me if they don't work out, right? So overall, the company, they have a patent on their cauliflower crust pizza, and with that patent, there's also been rumors that they possibly could license that out to a major pizza supplier, whether it be who knows, maybe Domino's wants to offer a cauliflower crust pizza, or some major pizza retailer wants to dip their toes in the cauliflower crust, healthier segment. That's a big market. My wife won't eat pizza because it's gluten and she doesn't like dealing with eating unhealthy food. So, she would probably be into a cauliflower crust pizza. And there's a lot more people like that throughout the U.S. If you look at their investor report, it says plant-based food sales reached approximately $5 billion in 2019, growing 13% annually since 2017. So you can see the writing on the wall. People are more conscious of what they're eating. They're trying to eat healthier. And this company right here has the plant-based food, a pure plant-based food play. This is going to be big. And as it starts rolling out and more people try it and realize how good it tastes, word of mouth will spread as well. So I am very bullish in this company. I think it will do really big things. So take it for what it is. I'm just letting you know all this research I've put into this. I wanted to share some thoughts. If you have any thoughts about this company, please leave them in the comments below. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below as well. I'll try to post most of these links that I just used, so you can kind of check them out and do some due diligence on your own. So I think I'll make more videos. If you want to see some more videos like this as well of other companies I'm looking at, leave that in the comments below as well. I think I'm going to start making some videos on stocks that I think are going to do really well, but most people haven't heard of. So that's it. This is my first run on this. Just kind of shooting, not doing too technical with the videos. Just trying to kind of go off the top of my dome here. So hopefully it made sense. I'll have to watch again. If not, I'll have to make it again. But I think it made sense. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next one.